How's it going, guys? This is Romanarcher Gaming, and today we're going to be doing some really interesting stuff, in my opinion. Hopefully it'll be interesting to you. We're going to be doing 7 fun facts about ancient Rome. This is going to be part of my Romanarcher Talks About stuff. We're going to be doing some history. I thought that would be an interesting little twist compared to what I'm usually doing. I know that Romanarcher Talks About stuff has been a little more popular than my gaming videos, so I figured I would shoot towards that. Usually, if anything generates from 10 to 15 views, I will probably continue it. If it doesn't, then I'm probably going to stop it, and I'm going to do something else. Unless I really enjoy doing the playthroughs of it, then I'm probably going to do a little bit more of it, I guess. But today we're going to be doing some fun history facts. I know I haven't been putting up any videos lately. I've been kind of preoccupied and haven't really decided what I wanted to do, and then I was like, well, maybe I'll do this. I'll do something different for my channel. And so that's what we're going to do. So today we're going to be talking about ancient Rome. I know that said that already, but this is what we're going to be doing. And we're going to be going for our first little fun fact for you guys to know. The Romans placed phallic symbols above the door as a symbol of good luck and fertility. Now, this is kind of interesting, especially for today's society, because today's society, most genitalia and stuff like that, if it's put out in society, it's usually censored. Most people won't put up with it. They get very upset. I don't know why. I mean, the human body is the human body. I mean, we spent supposedly so many years dealing with it, and people just get... It just doesn't make sense why people get so butthurt over a little bit of nipple or somebody's testicle flying out. I think it's childish and stupid. I think we need to get over the fucking fact that we all have genitalia and we all have human bodies. I mean, come on, we've lived long enough to know this. It's kind of childish that we're all getting censored over it. But on to the next thing. The next thing is actually Roman physicians for fertility used to get gladiators' blood. Now, I don't know about this. This seems... I don't know where the hell they came up with the idea that blood was so fertile, or how it benefit fertility. I'm not really sure what that really does for you, but I'm not even sure how exactly it benefited fertility. I'm not sure if you're supposed to consume it, or if you're supposed to inject it. I don't think they really had any sort of methods to inject at that point in time. But irregardless, I mean, I think it's kind of silly, kind of weird, but I mean, still, I guess it was still a good portion of time where medicine wasn't at its highest peak. But on to the next one, guys. I guess we're going this way. The next thing is, actually, ancient Romans were generally extremely affectionate with their pets, especially cats and dogs. Some Roman dogs even wore identity tags in case they got lost. And they were kind of encased in a, well, not kind of, they had like collars and identity tags, obviously. There was one that read, it was a bronze tag, let's say. A lot of people probably would assume it would be iron and stuff like that since today. And they had access to iron at the time. It was just a lot easier and a lot, I guess... Yeah, copper is probably a lot easier to work with than iron, I would imagine and say. But there was one tag that actually read, "Hold me if I run away, and return me to my master Vivenius on the estate of Callistus." I'm going to assume that's how you pronounce it, but there's a good probability that that's wrong. But irregardless, the fact of the matter is, it's kind of just interesting at this point in time that we have dog collars, and that they really cared about their pets enough. It's just funny that people think back at this time and period that they were so barbaric, that they didn't even attribute to most of the stuff that we do today. They didn't care and love, and it's kind of a misinterpreted thing. I mean, I know people are probably considering, oh, the Colosseum, oh, the murder, and oh, blah, 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 but let's be real, guys. Not much has changed over the years. We still are at war. We're still segregated by religion, race, gender. I mean, we haven't really made any link to actually uniting. I mean, we have made some steps, and we've gotten closer to a little more peaceful, and there's generally not as much racism or much genderism, but I guess the problem is there's still some people who think there is, and I guess it's kind of causing a lot of issues. If people spent more time actually researching and trying to get the information right instead of trying to get information that works for them, I think we'd have a lot easier time. The other issue is people get butthurt if you go against their ideology and their ideas and the things that they think is true and what's false, but we're not going to get into that. We're talking about ancient Rome. I'm going to stop right there, and we're going to go to the next topic. The next topic is actually something I thought was pretty interesting. The ancient Romans were actually the first to come up with the first mall. Now, the first mall that was built by Emperor Trajan, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. It's funny because I love ancient Roman history, but I don't exactly pronounce the names correctly. But it was built with several levels and over 150 outlets. Now, they were ranging from food to clothes. So you can generally think that they would have probably a lot of really cool stuff. They might even have a guy that sells weapons. There's probably a guy that sells maybe pets. There's probably a lot of other stuff in there. But I thought it was kind of interesting. The first shopping mall, and it had several levels and 150 outlets. It's pretty amazing. I mean, ancient Rome was definitely a very sophisticated society for its time. I mean, you had things like aqueducts that brought water in and out of the city. You had sewage systems that brought water in and out of the city. Most of that was wastewater and stuff like that, but the aqueducts actually brought in the good, clean water. Well, probably still not really that clean, but cleaner. Irregardless, on to the next topic. Now, this is one that I thought was kind of a little bit strange, and the only reason I picked it is because I'm actually left-handed, so I thought it was kind of funny. But Romans were actually very superstitious and feared anything to do with the left, which was why left and left-handed were usually considered sinister and sinistra in Roman, which led to the modern meaning of sinister today. Now, there's some people that associate the left hand with the devil, which I thought was always kind of strange because I'm left-handed and I don't find myself doing anything obscene with summoning circles or any type of weird or obscene thing like that. But I mean, it's just kind of weird that people consider a left-handed person sinister. I don't know. It's just something I thought was kind of obscene in the least. Next thing we're going to be going over is they actually used concrete in not aqueducts, in arches. And those were used towards the idea of aqueducts. Now, a lot of architects today and a lot of people today, historians and such, really say that no one could really match the skill and architecture of the Romans at that point in time, which is kind of funny because a lot of their tools and equipment was very primitive to today. But their skill was just so immense and great that they could create these things that would last over generation and generation and generation. And it's just kind of amazing. I think they were the first to use concrete and arches with notable skill. So, I mean, all these people just, they glimpse over the fact of that and go towards the negative facts of the Roman Empire, which is kind of upsetting because you'd miss these beautiful things like this. Next. I think that's it, right? Did we go over this? Yeah, I think we went over everything. Yes, I think we're done. Oh, wait, no, we got one more. I lied. Okay. So the last thing I'm going to be talking about is actually something I thought was kind of interesting. It's something I learned when I was about 6 because I was just immensely interested by the Roman Empire. But actually, I bet a lot of you are wondering how they actually wiped their asses. I'm sure there's a lot of you that are actually questioning what did they use to wipe themselves. Well, the thing that I found in multiple texts and such is actually they used a sponge on a stick. Now, the sponge on the stick was usually, the sponge was dampened with wet water, and then you just used it to wipe your ass. Now, a lot of people think, wow, that's actually not that far behind. And the only thing I'm really thinking about is what did they do with it after? Did they dispose of it? Did they wash it away? Who knows? Maybe you guys should find out and leave it down in the comments. As a matter of fact, that's the end of this episode. And if you guys enjoyed this, leave a like, leave some comments if there's something specific you want me to dive into. Subscribe to my channel. As a matter of fact, also, guys, if you guys want to help this channel even more, you can become a partner to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Romanarcher. That's what it is. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed, and I'm going to try to get more stuff like this if you guys are into it out. If not, then I guess I'll try to find some other stuff that you are into. Just make sure you leave some comments. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you in the next one.